Hi, everybody. I keep messing up. I was trying to get Rising Phoenix on, but for some reason, I'm not doing it right. Let me see. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I just sent my sister the link. Yay!
Hi,
Yay!
Sister Queen.
Hey, I love that shirt.
On Wednesdays, we wear pink, remember?
Yes, I love that. Hello, hello, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, I am Yolanda of Britt Family Fun, and it's kind of a mixture with me and my children. Well, two of them. I have four, but it's my two youngest, my 10-year-old and my 20-year-old. He is on the spectrum. I have two children on the spectrum, age 20 and 27, about to turn 28. My daughter's name is Diamond. So earlier, I'm going to backtrack 'cause it's kind of like a part two. Gotcha. It's like a part two for me. I was on earlier because I'm unpacking and I came across something in art therapy today. Well, not art therapy a couple of years ago. I'm talking about probably um maybe between 2000 and 2002. So I'm going to slide this back a little bit and I'm going to show y'all. Don't judge me. This is a different time in my life. It was a very dark time. I had a lot of trauma. I was really, really angry. And this was the first time I had ever put together something like this. We had to put together a collage. So when I say we, at that time, I was in the House of Ruth, I believe. If you don't know what the House of Ruth is, that's a domestic violence place for women. So I'm going to show y'all this picture. So this is a lot of stuff in here. And some of it looks a little creepy. Y'all see it's all in black. Like I was really feeling some type of way. I had angry eyeball in there and some more stuff. And like right here, it says black women and rape, a shocking secret that nobody talks about. And I was feeling like quite a few things. Hello. I was feeling quite a few things at that time. It's like during that season of my life, it's like everything that I had gone through over the years that I had kept bottled up, it kind of started to emotionally resurface.
I'm sorry, Sister. Can you make me moderator?
How do I do that?
You click on my name and it'll say add as moderator.
I sure will. Let's see. I see pin posts. I don't see it. It didn't pop up when I clicked your name.
Click on my comment. See where it says I got the link? Click
Yes,
the
click on that.
yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm coming, guys.
Okay.
Why won't it do it? It won't do it.
It won't say, huh?
It won't do it. It won't do it.
What about CPL Dino if you click on his hello?
Let's see.
Maybe
It says pin message, report, remove, channel activity.
really? That's so weird.
That is weird. Now it said it before, but I didn't think about it.
I just blocked Gripey. I just blocked Gripey just just because I don't want to see them. So I just did them on my end, but it won't show up on your end.
Yeah, because I'm not doing that. I'm
And
not.
I didn't
I'm
mean
not
to
doing
interrupt
that.
you. I don't like the trolls, but they
Yeah, I'm
gonna
not doing
come.
that. Yeah,
And I don't
that's all
want
right.
anything to discourage you at all.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not. Yeah, okay.
Especially on this type of topic, you know what I'm saying? I don't have we will
Yeah.
both be triggered up in here.
Listen. I ain't trying to get my stuff. I'm trying to get it climbed up. I ain't trying to get it shut down.
Yeah, and
So
that is a sensitive topic, and I'm so glad that you're touching on this.
yes, and so I was unpacking today. Was I got some more stuff actually from my old house girl. So they was nice enough to drop it off to me. And when I came across this, I was like, oh my God. I was really in a dark, dark place at that time, dealing with all of that trauma coming out. And, that eye that you guys saw right there, that was just me angry, crying. That's what the red eye, so it's symbol for me.
Yes.
The snakes, even though it seems kind of creepy, the snakes for me, it felt like I was being constricted. If you know
Yeah.
anything about snakes or boa constrictors or any kind of
Yeah.
constrictor, they every time you breathe in, they squeeze. And so
Yeah.
at that season of my life, I felt like I was being squeezed, you know? And that little face right there, to me, that was like a silent scream for me. It was like screaming silently, but nobody heard me. Okay, I promised myself I wasn't gonna get emotional, so
It's
I'm gonna
okay,
try
sister.
to
I'm
do it.
here.
So I felt like I was screaming and nobody heard me. No, I felt like nobody cared. And y'all might have saw the picture of Coretta Scott King. The thing that stood out for me with that particular picture is I saw the sadness in her eyes. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
she had just lost someone she loved, and for me, I felt like I lost me.
Mm.
That's what that picture was symbolic of. I felt like I had lost me. I had lost me through rape. I had lost me through molestation. I had lost me through childhood traumas. Had lost myself through feeling like nobody cared. You know, some of the stuff that I had gone through in my life, I did not share with anybody until I was over 30, 40 plus years old.
Oh my.
I'm 54 now. And so, I was like, wow, I was in such a really, really dark place in my head at this time. But, um, I'm grateful for the House of Ruth. I'm grateful for having therapy. I'm grateful for hearing other people's stories because I thought that what I went through was bad. Listen, some of the stories that these women have gone through and had never told anybody until that moment would just leave you feeling like you're going to lose your breath. You
I
know,
bet.
when
Yeah.
I heard a lot of the stories that a lot of the women who had gone through, and I was like, it made me feel a sense of gratitude, you know, because I felt like sometimes we think our situations are so bad until we hear somebody else's. I done heard people be stabbed up and all kinds of craziness.
Yeah.
I mean, and survive. I've known women who've gotten put out at 14 years old, going from house to house, being pregnant at 14. But I'm talking about my story. I just wanted to let y'all know what I had witnessed being in a facility at such as that. You know, it taught me a lot being around other women who had similar experiences, and some of their experiences were completely different. But I guess, you know, art therapy got me through so, 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 so much. You know, I would not have never, I mean, my writings, but to see how dark I felt at this time, I
Yes.
was like, whoa. And I had a tombstone there because some days I felt dead inside, you
Mm.
know. I felt I felt dead inside. And this is something that I really never really talked about publicly. I may have touched on little things I've gone through here and there, but I've never really talked about this. Like I was like, my brain was just, and it's a heart here. I think it's a heart like right there that has smoke coming out of it. I just felt like I had an angry heart at that time.
I get.
Just yeah, I was just mad at everybody.
Yeah.
It kind of leaves you feeling like anybody love me? Did anybody care? Um, why didn't anybody protect me? Why was the one that wasn't protected?
Mm.
You know, it left me feeling like that. And I was just like, I mean, thinking about from there till now, like I have come like such a long way, you know. Do I
Yes.
still have my moments? I do, but I'm grateful I met Rising Phoenix. Like
Thank you.
I have a hard time opening up to people, and her and our sister Andrea from
Yes.
Tampa, we just developed a sisterhood
Yes.
that I haven't been that close to people in some instances that I've known for over 20 plus years.
Wow.
Seriously. And I mean, we're there for each other through whatever, you know? I mean, she's let me in areas of her life that most people would never, not no social media people.
Right.
Social media can be a very savage place. So
Brutal.
it took me a lot to even want to come and share anything about my experience, like going through rape and molestation. Thank you, Jamal, for joining. I
Thank you, Mom.
appreciate it. Like going through rape, going through molestation, being physically abused, being emotionally abused, being mentally abused. And that's not just by other people.
Yeah.
That's for me. Beating up on myself, not
Yeah.
physically, but emotionally, mentally, being hard on myself, not loving myself, not being afraid to tell somebody, no, what you're doing to me is not okay and I don't like it.
Yeah.
What you're saying to me is not okay and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, no, you just can't show up. Or no, if I say no, that's what I mean. I don't have to explain to you why I'm saying no. Because a lot of times we become afraid to say no.
Yeah.
And the reason you become afraid to say no is because you're afraid of being rejected. And rejection is so dangerous because it'll cause you to accept things that you should never, ever accept with rejection.
Yes.
I have accepted so much foolishness in my life. I am now 54. And I have to tell myself, girl, tell that brother or that sister the answer is no.
Yeah.
No, you can't borrow it. No, I ain't cooking for you. No, you can't just stop by whenever you want to. No, 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 no. No, I ain't got $5. And first
Right.
of all, if you can't afford to lose it,
Mhm.
don't give it. Baby, I don't care if it's 50 cent. If you can't afford to lose that 50 cent, I would suggest that you don't give it.
Right. Right.
I have accepted stuff and accepted stuff out of just not wanting to be rejected. So now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, okay, God, please give me the strength to say no without explanation. And so I am still learning that. It is okay. When somebody said that to me, like it blew my mind. They was like, girl, tell them no. And if they can't, don't feel like you have to explain
Nope.
yourself to anybody.
No.
No is no, period.
Hmm.
And so, I've came such a long way because there was a time where I talked about it. I just felt like was uh, I was reliving it over and over and over and over again. No Reese's peanut butter cuss.
Sometimes you got to tell yourself no too.
Listen, you better know it. You better know it. But
Hmm.
you know, he's made me laugh. I was just, how you try. I was like, talk and start reading. But
Yes.
yes, you do. You do got to tell yourself no.
Yes.
But I just wanted to at least just get that out because I just wasn't at first. I wasn't even sure where to share it. You know, and I feel like God spoke to my heart and told me to share it here. You know, and so that's what I did. I just wanted to be um obedient. Like I said, I'm grateful for therapy. And y'all, all therapy ain't good therapy. Let
No.
me just say that. All
No.
because baby, let me tell y'all, I have had some bad, bad therapists. I've had um therapists share my information,
Which is illegal.
illegal.
Hmm.
I've had it happen and it broke my heart.
Yeah.
I've had therapists try to bribe.
Mhm.
I had that too.
Bribe.
Bribe. I
Oh.
had a therapist at one point uh, when I did family therapy. Everything was cool. The minute I left, look, listen. The minute I moved into my own place, all of a sudden this therapist starts showing up without notice.
What?
Yeah, without notice. I mean, wacky.
That yeah.
And so I've gone through my share of therapists. Now, I haven't been to one in a little while because after having some bad experiences, I just was like, whoa, I'm not ready right now.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm like, God, just lead me to the right people, the right person that I can talk to,
Mhm.
you know, um, because I just didn't want to jump, you know. 'Cause all therapy ain't good therapy. Every therapist ain't for you. You'll know who your fit is. And if you ever get into a session and you feel uncomfortable, it's okay to say, uh, I'm good. I want to cancel this with you. I'll find somebody else. It's fine. Don't beat yourself up about it.
Mm-mm.
It's okay to want to find somebody else because that's what I had to do. And I was like, Lord, just get me through this process until I find the right person that I'm comfortable with. And right now, those people, they're not therapists, but they people who understand. And that's Rising Phoenix and our sister Andrea. You
Thank
know, we have really built a sisterhood and it's just genuine. And we understand nobody's getting mad when we can't reach each other.
you.
Now,
Yeah.
I will harass them. I will leave them messages. and stuff. Say, hey, listen, I don't care if you don't feel like talking that. I'm gonna say something to you. I'm gonna let you know I love you. I'm gonna send a prayer. I'm gonna say a prayer on the message. I'm gonna do
and
something.
it doesn't feel like harassment, just so you know. It doesn't feel
Oh,
like it.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
But there's so many people out here that are silently going through,
Mhm.
and they don't know who to turn to because they've been betrayed, because they've shared their deepest, darkest secrets. I was on earlier open for 10 minutes. I don't even know who the person was. I couldn't even tell you. As I was sharing, only thing I got was, I'm like, okay, let me not take that into, you know, let me not feel no type of way, excuse me, about that. Let me just keep talking these 10 minutes. And so I did. Just in hopes that I reach somebody that feels like um they want to give up. And maybe they see it and be like, wait a minute, she made it through that. I ain't even really say no whole lot yet.
Mhm.
But slowly but surely I will um share more, because there's so many people, and it's not just women,
No.
it's men.
Thank
Y'all,
you.
over the span of time, you
Mhm.
would be surprised at the amount of men that I have met that have shared the things that they have suffered. I'm talking about mental abuse, physical abuse. I'm talking about pastors, you
Mhm.
know, and this is 20 something years ago,
Mhm.
that have been men who have been physically abused.
Mhm.
And it's harder for men to talk about
Yeah, because the
because
spirit of
they're
lust
looked at so
doesn't
strong.
feel.
It's like, oh, you weak, bro. Like, how you let that girl put their hands on you? Like, a real man ain't gonna want to punch a girl out. You
No,
know,
no,
they
no,
don't.
not
They
at
don't
all.
want to. They don't want to fight. And a
No.
lot of times, because some of the women have come from such abusive backgrounds, they think that fighting is love. They think that somebody busting them upside their head is love.
Yeah.
But I beg to differ, because it ain't. It ain't. It ain't. And so men suffer in silence too. You
Mm.
know, men need people to reach out to them and say, "Are you okay? You need somebody to talk to. I know some people that might be good for you. Or let's go look together and see if we can find somebody." You know? I
Yeah.
mean, it broke my heart seeing how men go through domestic violence.
Oh
But
yeah.
they're called punks if they talk about it.
No, they not.
Where they do that at? What? How are they less of a man because they said this woman hit me and I didn't want to hit her back? There's a man is not a punk because he don't want to put his hands on a woman.
Right.
Not at all. I applaud those type of men, because some of us females will try to push a dude just to see what he will do.
I do.
And that's not okay.
No, it's not.
I did it out of anger because of my own trauma though.
Hmm.
Not because I'm walking around going, I can beat a dude, I can beat a dude. No.
Yeah.
Nah. Nah, I'm not that one.
Mm-mm.
I'm not that one. But it wasn't okay for me to do it.
No, but you're
And I,
you're holding yourself accountable. You
yeah,
know.
and I had to apologize. That was a horrible time in my life. And I was just angry at everybody,
Mm,
feeling like all dudes wanted to hurt and use.
yeah.
That's it. So when someone came along who was nice, I'd be like, nah, you gonna use me just like everybody else.
Yeah.
You gonna hurt me just like everybody else.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Have I dealt with stuff that I shouldn't have? Yeah, I sure have. But guess what? It's never too late to learn. I promise you. It's never too late to learn. Like like never. And we're stronger together. You know? We're stronger together. Like no one man is an island alone, you know?
Yes.
I've had moments where I was feeling like I'm about to break down and cry. I didn't try to call Rising Phoenix and all my little friends, the ones that I trust and talk to. Ain't nobody answer the phone. I'm like, Lord Jesus. That's right. I should be calling on the God.
I'm sleep. I'm sorry. I be
Oh,
sleep.
it's okay. No, no, no. It's okay. And it just, I'm just, even still, when I have moments like that, I'm just like, okay, these are the moments I need. Hey, God, I need you to help me. I'm having a moment. I'm feeling super emotional right now, and I don't know why. You know, because
Yes.
sometimes we have those moments. We feel emotional and we don't know why. You
Yes.
know,
Yeah.
but you know, I'm not trying to be preachy. He just says, cast your cares on because I care for you. God cares about us. You
Yes.
know, we might not always be able to, pick up a phone. This phone ain't on, y'all. This is an old phone. We might, we might not always be able to pick up a phone and call our favorites at all. But God wants us to reach out to Him in those moments. He really, really does. He wants us to draw close to Him. And at times I need that reminder when I'm trying to call all these people because I'm feeling emotional, and God's like, wait a minute, I'm right here. He knows the very hair on your head. I know mine look crazy right now, but it's okay. He knows the very hair on our head. And I remember one day I was like, God, that's you really know us. And I was like, wow, if you take some of my hair and some of Rising Phoenix hair and some of Jamal hair, and you was to toss all of those hairs up in the air together, guess what? God would say, that's Jamal's. That's Rising Phoenix. That's Yolanda's hair. Because he knows us that well. And I was like, I mean, that was just mind blowing to me. I was like, ooh, he really God really know us. Like he knew us before we was formed in our mother's womb. Like that's somebody who know you for real. You know? Our best friends don't even know us that well. But God definitely does. He definitely, definitely does. And I don't know why God wanted me to share it here, but he did. And, you know, I feel good.
Thank you.
Earlier I was in my feelings. This ain't about my dark collage I showed y'all. But somebody had dropped some stuff off to me that I had in my storage before I moved. I was grateful for that. But you know how people do sometimes.
I do.
They go, oh baby girl, you picked up a little weight. And that
Block.
may be true.
Block.
I'm not saying that it's not. Because it is. I picked up a little bit. I can see it. But and then they go on to say, oh, this is a very nice neighborhood. There's a lot of places you can walk. And a lot of times around here, a lot of times people think that they're doing the right thing in the moment, but it's not what you say,
It's how you
it's
say
how you say it.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
I would never proceed to talk about anybody like that, even if I saw that they did. I was at when my dad passed last year, somebody that I hadn't seen probably more than 20 years. They come right up to me after my dad cast the clothes and they took them out and said, ain't nothing up but to wait.
Oh,
And I just
look, we both said we both said what?
and I just looked and I didn't say much because I knew if I did, I might not have acted very much appropriately inside the church.
No.
I was raised in the church. So I knew I couldn't act stupid.
Amen.
I couldn't I could not even tell you what that woman's name is right now.
It was a woman.
It was a female.
Oh my goodness. I'm thinking it was a man and
It was a female.
oh, see.
It was a female. And I'm like, why do people do that? I don't I guess what I'm learning is that I can't expect me out
Oh,
of other people. What you mixing up, girls? You always putting something. I
honey,
cannot.
listen, this is so good.
It look good. I can't expect me out of other people at all, and a lot of times we do. You know,
Coffee,
because
it's coffee creamer.
oh, okay,
But it's
because I'm the type of person that because I've been hurt so much and put down so much and talked about so much, I try to be very, very mindful what I say to people.
yeah.
You know
You
what I'm
hear what
saying? In my brain, I always give pause.
yeah, you
You
hear what
know,
you said? You hear what
say it again.
you hear what brother Jamal said that people can say hurtful things at the wrong time. That's definitely wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
And you handled that well cuz honey, Medea Medea would have stepped out.
He said you got to pray. You got to pray for Brother William because I would have been acting up in church. Yeah, I really had to get myself together, and even even with with um, I had a situation even at the funeral when my dad passed. I had to walk. I had to leave the sanctuary, honey. I mean, literally. I ain't make no noise or nothing. I just kind of and walked out the room.
I feel it. I understand that.
I had to walk out the room and take some deep breaths and pace the floor for a moment
Yeah.
and ask God to help me. Oh man.
For real though.
Because listen, like I was telling my kids today, I know me. I am as sweet as I can be, but I also have I my anger can go, you know. I can have a Medea moment. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But
That's what I call it.
thank you guys so much for just letting me be me. Um
We want you
and
to be you more. We want you to go out
yes,
more.
and I kind of felt like I was all over the place, but I think I said what needed to be said in this particular moment.
My dear brother Joe.
And and my thing is this: I just want people to feel like they're not alone and that we're stronger together. Because everybody won't share what
Mm,
they've been through, and this for me is just the tip of the iceberg.
yeah.
I'm grateful I don't feel like no, I'm suffocating anymore. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, I remember for years not really having peace
Hmm.
in my, I mean, at all, sleeping at all. I would lay my head down, and if you've heard of the ND 500, that's what my mind felt like. It
Yeah.
just, I mean, it was a zoom, zoom, zoom. I mean, literally, my mind would not settle. It would just go and go. And every night between 12 and 4 o'clock in the morning, that's what my mind did
Peace be
for,
with
for
you.
years. Seriously.
Really? How many years would you estimate?
Baby, I couldn't even tell you. It might have been 3 or 4.
That's a long time.
I mean, and I didn't have peace.
Yeah.
And then in that season, I had really bad migraines.
Mm.
And when I finally admitted to the doctor that I had them at that season, she said, to the level at which you had those migraines, a blood vessel could have burst in your head. When I say migraines so bad, I just used to lay still. I couldn't even cry.
Sorry.
Tears would just roll down my face. That's how much pain I would be in. Tears would just drip down my face. And I would be like, close the curtains. And I could never put anything completely over my head because that was traumatic for me. So I always have to cover up partially.
Yeah.
And I went through and it might not even been that long, but it felt like it was that many years because I just didn't have peace.
And you know what? We can't get none of that time back either. And our babies was growing up during this
Yeah.
time.
And
You know.
and then I'm like, then I realized there's nobody but God that got us through those moments.
Yes.
Because to be able to deal with all of that
Yes.
and still take care of your kids, get them dressed, walk them to school, talk to the teachers, have meetings, do whatever you had to do, pay the bill, whatever it was. I know that God was with me
Yes.
in those moments because there was no other way that I couldn't have got through all that stuff.
Mm,
Not no other way.
no.
Like some people be like, oh my God, like how did you make that without drugging, without I mean, and then on top of that, all of that, I had 3 kids. Solomon wasn't even born when I was going through all that. I went through a whole something else at another time after that. But I had 3 kids looking at me going through all of that.
Yeah.
So I had to cry when they would sleep.
And they can still hear you, honey.
And look, and if I felt a tear coming down, I'm all right. I'm good. You know, mommy, all right. We always have to pull it together. But now I'm finally realizing it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah. My babies, I don't think that they've ever seen me cry.
So we hold in a lot of stuff. Now to
Mm.
hold in what? If I'm mad, if I act a fool, I'm just gonna act a fool. Y'all, I didn't have a good day. I told my children, hey, I don't know where all these feelings came from today, but I need to let them out. And I cried and I snotted and I did everything I could do. And my baby, and you know the professor. Well,
Yes.
the professor is the one that does the fun facts on Brit Family Fun. And he is on the spectrum. He's 20.
Hmm.
And I'm so grateful. Jamal, you've really blessed me tonight. I appreciate you and Rising Phoenix being here more than you know. If anybody else, I didn't mean to ignore you. It's just certain
Ooh.
comments just keep sitting right at me. Um, and I really, 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 really appreciate it. Look, Becca.
Mm.
I mean, Rising Phoenix. I'm sorry.
Oh, listen. Look, I don't. I be wanting to hug you, brother Jamal, when you get emotional because it just makes.
I know because a lot of a lot of guys just don't show that side, and it's so
They don't.
needed.
They
You
don't.
know what I'm
And
saying? A lot of
mhm.
times the world has desensitized men so bad. Like
Yeah,
I
or
tell my children, if you're mad, tell me you're mad. And my people might say this is a little unorthodox, and I'm gonna say it. Just gonna say it. One time, my baby boy was so mad. He only 10. I said, if you mad and you need to let a little cuss word out, then go ahead and do it. Get it out. Now this ain't what we do all the time,
no.
but if you mad, get it out. Cause somebody made him mad, baby. He let it out that day. And later on, I kind of chuckled, because it's not like I'm telling him 24 hours a day you can walk around and just let
Cuss.
out all these crazy words. I
Yeah.
don't let him do that.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of times in society with men, it's men not supposed to cry, men not supposed to show emotions, men men not supposed to this, and men not supposed to that. I'll tell my boys it's
Really?
okay to cry. It's okay to let
Wow.
your feeling out. You have to. My son is 6'5". I'm 5'6". He was going back and forth when he first started going to college. And just before he left, he turned around, he hugged me, and my baby, 6'5", imagine now, I'm 5'6". He
Wow.
bent down to hug me, and that baby, I thought he was gonna pass out. He cried so hard, I had to grab him, and then I had to sit down because he's so tall, and he just kind of melted like right on my shoulder, and it got me. Like I'm like I seen my baby cry, but not as grown cry.
Mm-hmm.
So it did something to me. Like he's just that time he moved. He's up in Providence, Rhode Island. If you know anything about Providence, Rhode Island, and the DC, Maryland, Virginia area is two different places. You
And
know,
Jamal's in Pennsylvania.
so he understand.
Yeah.
He understand. So he was one of the only people who looked like him.
Mhm.
When he graduated with his master's degree in criminal psychology, and I looked out in that audience, can you imagine? It was about three, maybe five of us.
Oh, you're there.
He was the only one with a head full of locks out
Mm.
of the whole graduating class.
Wow.
So you can imagine he could be with a crowd of people, but be picked out because of this.
Hmm.
They would threaten him and not say anything to anyone else.
Yeah, I've been through that.
And he had to let them know,
Hmm.
I'm no dummy. I'm
Hmm.
a criminal and psychology major. Okay? So I understand the law. He had to tell one of them, I make more money than you, bruh. So you flexing because you flexing and you picking me out the bunch. I've
Hmm.
seen that baby be discriminated against. I have been discriminated against. Young, okay, y'all.
Yeah.
Teenager. Thank you. I was a teenager walking from summer school, standing in front of McDonald's. Real true story. Standing there waiting for my ride. Cops pull up. What the F you standing here for?
Mm.
I'm scared. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for my ride. You effing selling drugs? Get from in front of this place before we shoot you. Like,
Oh my goodness.
I'm not even 18. They accused me of selling drugs in front of a McDonald's.
That's when the drugs was really bad though, right?
It was.
Cause you was born, yeah.
Yeah. And so I was standing there waiting for my ride. I'm terrified.
Hmm.
Just thank God they just didn't take it further than what they took it.
Cause they could have too, and they could have
It
made you be like
yeah,
you was a drug person, even though we
exactly.
know you're not. You know.
And it just so happened my ride came, my godfather pulled up, and I told him what happened. I was so scared and nervous, and that wasn't the first encounter. I remember one time I'm chilling, walking downtown Washington, D.C. I walk beside this woman. She grabs her pocketbook.
Oh my gosh, those
And
are the
then
ones I can't stand.
I was a different person, y'all. I was different. I was like,
Hmm.
don't nobody want you.
Right.
That's all I said. I didn't use no foul language. I didn't say anything crazy. I said, don't nobody want you.
Hmm.
That's it. Because I was young and I'm like, I'm minding my business. I'm having a good time. I'm trying to get to the metro station. I'm chilling. And you jumping and grabbing your pocketbook. Like for real.
Like somebody want to touch her stuff.
And I'm not saying everyone is like that because everybody is not.
No, I've met people that have shocked me because they're not like that, and that's it.
Listen,
You know.
me and my son was talking about that the other day. He went to a networking event and he said, Mom, the people that were coming up to me, offering me opportunities, they wasn't treating me different because of the color of my skin. They were legitimately trying to help me better myself in my business. Not only is he a college major, he has a business called Affirm Futures. It's on TikTok and Instagram, I believe. It's called Affirmed Futures. And I'm proud of
Books,
him.
books,
Yes, he has a book.
books.
I don't remember the name of it. I'm sorry, guys.
Did
But
he
I
give you
will.
one?
I haven't gotten one yet, but I got to get one from him. I told him, baby, you got to give me mommy a book, but I want a signed copy. But yeah, he just came out with his book. And his book really gears towards helping young kids and teenagers and even college kids navigate through homelessness and poverty and all of that. And I mean, my baby's out here speaking, y'all, at schools. Okay,
That's
so
amazing.
I'm very, 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 very proud. I said I can't wait to you to tell me you finna sell out an arena because they want you to come speak.
I can't wait either, Jamal, because I ain't met none of her. I ain't met her yet, but that's my sister.
Yes. And so, just it's in these moments where I look and I see my, my 26-year-old with his own job, making his own money, having a master's degree, wrote a book, have his own business, got a 20-year-old on the spectrum, autistic, dean's list in his school. He goes to a community college, um, you know, computer science major, you know, and wants to go on after he finishes here to a 4-year university. So he's like this, I'm not done. I want to go to a 4-year university when I'm finished. And so
Mm,
God has made a way because I was like, what am I going to do? My baby want to go to college. I didn't know what I was going to do. But God has made a way every step of the way.
yeah.
I have a daughter who's be 28 in February, who's also on the spectrum. Long, long time ago, when I first was finding out about autism, she was one of the first African American children to be allowed into a place called Kennedy Krieger, which is for children with special needs. This is a private school, y'all. was probably $60,000 a year.
Oh my goodness.
I don't have that.
No, me neither.
I don't have that much of that.
Right. Me either.
But our story gonna change. Ain't that right, sister?
It will.
It will change. It has
Mhm.
changed. Let me say it. Let me just speak it. So it has changed. And
Mhm.
so people can't never tell me what he won't do because I know he will. When they showed me the price of the school, and she had the bus come and pick her up, drop her off at the front door. All
Wow.
of her harnesses and her things, her stuff she needed. After that, God started opening up other doors. She was going to summer camp free. You know,
Wow.
no, mooching off the system. No, God opened doors.
Yes.
God opened doors.
Yes.
I
Amen.
didn't know what I was going to do. Guess what? The professor, he's still taking classes 4 days out of a week, paying for his own classes, and a
Wow.
full-time student. He not working, but
Right.
they're paying him to be in school.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a blessing.
Yes, it is.
So there's nobody out here that can tell me what God won't do.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'll share y'all. I'll share that other testimony about how I ended up moving where I am now.
Okay.
And no, I ain't showing y'all nothing because I'm still unpacking.
Write it
only,
down.
only Rising Phoenix can see behind the scenes right now. 'Cause I still owe her a walkthrough.
I don't blame you.
But Jamal, thank you so much. I never met
Yes.
you, but I just look. I feel like you're a brother from another mother, and I appreciate you encouraging us every step of the way. Like I said, y'all, I am locked in with Rising Phoenix. Like she is my sister.
Forever and ever and ever.
Yes, like we locked in for real. Like it's like we don't live close, but we close.
Yes.
We live far away from each other, but we close. you
Yeah.
know. And I thank God for the right connectivity,
Mm-hmm.
because the times that I've tried to make connections with people on my own, those are the times where I ended up hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But the times where God just ended up doing it, you know.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite things is we're stronger together because we are. We
Yep.
are stronger together. She
Yep.
encourages me so much. She encouraged me to go live on Facebook. She encouraged me to go live on TikTok.
Yes.
She was like, "Come on now, get this. You got to get your subscribers up over
Yes.
on YouTube." And at first I'm like, "How am I gonna do all this?" But wait a minute, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength.
Yes.
You know, I can, we can. And she does. And she does it in the sweetest way. She always encourages me. And she don't be like, "Girl, get your butt on live." It's never like that.
Yes.
She just says it in the cutest. And then I find myself always hearing it. Like, you ain't been live in a couple of days. You need to get your butt on there.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate you guys so much. I love that shirt. I want me one.
This
Every time
one.
you get, I'm always saying I want me one.
What is it? What do it say? What does this say?
Around 66. I know that. I can see that. But I don't know what
Oatman.
the rest say.
Oatman, Arizona. I ain't never heard of that.
Listen, me either. But I've
Okay.
heard about Route 66 though. That's it's a song. It's in a song. You can look it up. It's on a song.
It's in the show Cars.
Yes, it is. Route 66 is a very famous strip of road. Um,
I'm
it
just a
is.
Mean Girls fan, and I like on Wednesdays we wear pink, so I had to throw this on.
I love it. I love it. I had a pink sweatshirt. Baby, I had that thing so much in it.
Will.
I had a different shirt on earlier. I was like, oh my God, I look like a toddler. Was eating and I got food on my shirt. I was like, I'm worse than kids. But
Hey,
yes, we will definitely do this again.
okay. You got pen and paper by you real quick?
Hold on.
Okay. Because it's important.
Yes, ma'am. Hold on. I'm right by my junkie drawers, so I'm trying to look for a piece of paper.
And and make sure you do share about that place because that place is a blessing, sister.
Which place? Which place?
The one you at right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I would definitely share that testimony about that, honey.
Okay.
I'll write on this tissue box. Hold on.
Thank you, brother Jamal. Jamal stuck with us through this.
He
Thank
did, and I appreciate you, Jamal, for being here. And thank you for your encouraging words for us. Because a lot of times I'm wondering, I'm like, oh God, I hope that wasn't just me, but I was trying to figure out what platform do I want to do this on,
Take your time.
and I really honestly believe that God wanted me to do it here for a
this
reason.
this the one, sister. I'm telling you.
He did. So, you know, I'm just grateful. Okay, I got my pencil, my pen, sister.
And you came right on time because right now they're doing a 1,000 plus new subscribers community.
Uh huh.
So you gonna be in that
I
number.
subscribed to that yesterday.
Did you? Okay, it's
Uh huh.
LUSSHONNA
LUSH. Uh huh.
Success Systems. And
Systems. Okay.
yes, please make sure you comment on her live that she left today.
Okay.
Just put,
Okay.
new subscriber here looking to grow, you know.
Okay. I
And
sure will.
and honey, that lady, that lady's like follow the leader. She sits there and she studies this stuff and she gives these tips and every you're gonna start seeing the same people in people's comments.
Yeah, and that's what I'm looking for because, I honestly admit to getting frustrated. I've been live on TikTok a couple of times and live on here and
Mm-mm,
there, but I'm just
mm-mm.
really need to be more consistent
And it's even
so
better
that
than
I can build that community.
Mhm.
I got some free stuff from TikTok.
Did you?
Um,
Oh yeah, you did.
yeah.
You're gonna have to
Not
share.
even outside of the coupons. I just happen to be scrolling and wherever it say free sample,
Oh
I click
really?
it. And you just wait for the people to answer back.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, but
Oh, I said we'll talk about it. We'll talk
okay,
about it.
but
But
Facebook, you know how we got the few good men on Facebook? Here, it's at least that I know of at least 50. So it's hard for me
oh,
to catch up on everybody's stuff. That's why I'm not in the Facebook streets as much because there's there's more than 50 and they trying to build that to 1,000. There's TP Media. You don't know how happy, sir, I just got because he said he was dropping a video and I was hoping
oh,
he got off work early and look, I was about to run. I was about to sprint to TP's channel when we
oh
got off of
yeah, yeah.
here.
Thank you, TP. Thank you so much for stopping by. I kind of covered a lot of stuff tonight, but my name is Yolanda. Britt Family Fun is my page, and it's a little mixture of me and my two youngest kids. I'm a mom of four. I have two children on the spectrum, ages 20 and almost 28 years old, and um, and I'm just going to give you a little preview. I had shared this picture, and I know it looks kind of dark, but this was at the time of my life. This is what 2000, 2002, where I was just going through a lot of trauma
Oh, did I?
from a lifetime full of things that I had gone through, like rape and molestation and everything. And like I was telling them earlier today, it kind of left me at that season feeling like I didn't have a voice, feeling like I was screaming, but nobody heard me, feeling like I was suffocating. like having a boa constrictor wrapped around you,
Mm-hmm.
feeling like I was lost. Um, yes, Brit family fun. Feeling like lost in all of the trauma that I endured in my life, and I was just sharing a little bit. I went through a season where I stayed in a shelter, House of Ruth, and it wasn't like your typical shelter. It was an apartment building. Everybody had their own apartment, but you
But
know,
it was a shelter.
yeah.
Oh, I never heard
Anything
of
that
that.
is anything that is temporary is called a shelter, even if it's an apartment.
Okay, school me,
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah,
Wait.
in this area, yes. And so even though I had an apartment, it was still considered a shelter because it wasn't permanent.
So TP, are you on my channel? Cause I thought, cause he
Hmm.
asked if you had a channel, but when we go live, I didn't think that it would show up on my end on my channel.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
I know
But
I
that was
was happy when he showed that video, and I said, "Oh, I'm running over there. Look."
but yeah, this I just shared a little bit about my experiences and trying to navigate through trauma in my life. Like I said, this was just a little bit, and some other things. Yeah, he's on mine.
Okay, because I did not know how that worked.
Yeah, yeah. So, just sharing some little things about some trauma and experiences. Like I said, because a lot of people uh are silent and behind the scenes and they feel alone. And I just wanted to create a space um where people felt safe, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um and like I said before, we're stronger together. And people
Absolutely.
don't know if you don't say it. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And you never know who's listening. You know, it would warm my heart to hear, hey, I I came across your live. I didn't I didn't think I was gonna make it, but I saw it and I decided that I wanted to live another day. Those are the reasons why I got the courage to share what I shared. You know, we all
Mm-hmm.
have a story. We all have a testimony. We all have a background. We all have things that we regret doing. You know what I'm saying? And one of the many, many things I love about Rising Phoenix is that she's so selfless and she's so candid. You know, watching her so many times share so many things about her life gave me the courage to want to come and share some things about mine because it
Oh,
takes a lot to open up your heart
it does.
and to share very personal, intimate things that you have experienced in your life for everybody to hear. You know what I'm saying? And that just I was like, whoo. And she is one of the many strong young women that I know and that I'm grateful for. Every day that I see her face on a
Same,
live, it's just another day that I'm like, I'm just so grateful
same.
because she's just such a amazing, amazing person. And only those, I say this the way I'm saying it, only those who know the word of prayer lift her up. Let's keep each other in prayer. If you don't know how to pray, just say, God, help that Rising Phoenix girl and that Brit family fun. But my name
Yes.
is Yolanda. But you'll always, Brit Family Fun is the name of the YouTube page. Yes, she
Mm-hmm.
is really, 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 really awesome. I mean, and strong. She may not feel strong, but she is one of the strongest young women I know, you know.
Yeah.
And before I get
Thank
off, never forget, we are stronger together, you know,
you. Mm-hmm.
and you are loved even when you don't feel like it,
Thank you,
you
sis.
know. Somebody is always there in your corner. And even when I ain't seeing you and you cross my mind, I have called her at some of the strangest times. She'd be like, how did you know I was crying? I was like, I didn't know, but God did.
Yes, and you know that when I don't want to talk is when I'm having that type of moment. But I be so happy when you call because I'm not used to no sisterhood. I'm used to, you know,
Yeah.
isolation. And now
Yeah.
that
And
I'm
it's good.
outside, go
It's
ahead.
good to have because it's rare. It doesn't happen that much these days.
Mm-mm.
Everybody's like crabs in a bucket.
No, I don't like that.
Yeah, and I'm not that type of, no, I'm not with that type of people. You
Yeah.
know, I
Yeah.
want somebody to be able to pray for me, to be able to encourage me, you
Right.
know,
Yes.
to pull me along and say, hey, I'm not going to let you stay stuck. I know this hurts right now, but I'm not going to let you stay stuck. We believe in God for a lot of things.
Was you
And
live
we
for an
gonna,
hour?
huh?
Look at the time. Was you live for an hour?
I'm live for an hour.
Okay,
I'm proud of
now
myself.
I am too.
And so I'm
I'm
about
too.
to get off this live. You guys were amazing. Thank you, everybody who has stopped in. If I somehow missed your name, please charge it to my head and not to my heart. I appreciate everyone. And if you reach this on a replay, I am grateful that you have taken the time to watch it. And if you're going through, know that I love you. Know that I'm praying for you. Know that you matter. You do not have to be alone. There are so many resources out there, no matter what it is. If it's therapy that you need, there's resources for it. Check your local areas in your communities. If you're hungry, there are food banks. You do not have to be out here and be hungry at
Mm-mm.
all. There are so many food banks and resources available for you. There's therapy, whatever it is. If it's alcoholism, if it's drugs, if it's whatever, it's out there for you. You
Mhm.
don't have to go through it alone. If it's domestic violence, I shared my story. I stayed at the house of Ruth. I did. I went through that.
I'm glad you did.
And at the right time, guess what? I'll share some more. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to share the live out because you never know. This might help somebody else that's going through something. TP is cool.
He is, and that's the person I'm trying to get grown because he edits. I do not know one lick of thing about editing, so
And
I
you ain't
went.
by yourself because neither do I. The editing and all that. I listen. I can admit that that's something that I don't know. I really don't. I got an
Yeah.
Android phone and I know how to come on and I know how to talk. I don't know how to I don't know how to edit and everything and all of that. But hey, God is so good. He'll send somebody our way. Say, yeah, you do it. You send it to me. I'll edit. I'll send it back.
Right.
Listen, I believe God for us some help with the editing and lighting and all that kind of stuff. Cause I ain't got all that. Listen, I ain't got all that fancy stuff. I got my little Android phone and just the grace of God, and that's it.
I'm gonna share his video with you as soon as you get off, and we gonna watch
Okay.
it
Yeah, I'm
together.
about to get my
Make
butt
sure
off
you
here
put that
now.
thumb up.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all tap that screen.
Tap that
Um,
screen.
yes, I'm about to get off of here
Okay,
so
sister.
that I can get myself together. Thank you guys so much for listening and for your support. Thank you, Jamal. Thank you, TP. Thank you to anybody else that came in. Um, and may God richly bless each and every one of you. And we gonna definitely do it again soon. Love you guys.
Love you
Thank you for
too.
joining my sister. Good
Bye,
night.
sister.
Bye.
Bye. Running the TP house.